How's it going? Are we live? Let me see. Hello. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing swell. Figured we'd talk side hustle and freelance today for about an hour, maybe two. We'll see how it goes. But I hope you guys are swell. Let me know if you get the notification. Again, I'm working with this new system that YouTube made. Danny, what up? Got big plans for the new year. Because as soon as 2020 drops, I'm gonna be like, hello, airplane people, let me get that pilot's license. Joshua Simmons, dude. How are you, man? Welcome aboard. Zach, what's up? If you guys got questions about side hustle money, freelance, branding, YouTube, social media, whatever it is you want to talk about, business, getting out of the rat race today, that's what we're going to talk about. Well, at least that's what I would like to talk about. I'm thinking maybe another stream, maybe tomorrow we'll do, well, we'll maybe do some YouTube reviews, or I'm not sure. Wait a minute. Who are you? Patrick, what up? This song is like so strange. It's like a Cotton Eye Joe. When are you hanging up the YouTube plaque? So the thing is, I was gonna hang it up, but everything in my house gets so dusty because I have 3 dogs right now, and so I left the box open for like a night, and I went like I could just, you know, run my finger down it, and you could see like the dust mark, and I was like, maybe it's better in the box. How's the AdSense lately? Oh god. Let's take a gander here. $8,127.72. There you go. Here, because I'm transparent that way. Okay, find another YouTuber that does this. There you go. Can you see it? It goes up and down. It goes up and down. All right. Last stream you commented on the 17-year-old who made $1 million company saying, wow, that kid just made his parents a whole bunch of money. What? He wasn't 17. He was like 8. And it's because you're not allowed to, I don't think you're allowed to make money on YouTube if that's the deal, you know? I'm pretty sure if you're underage, your parents get that money, like, you know. But will you tell us about your CPM? No, YouTube says you can't. You'll get banned. I'll show you how much I make. I'll show you whatever I can. I don't care. Try to be transparent about money. But I can't. Like, I don't want to get banned. Like CPM. The reason that I think YouTube says you can't show CPM is because they don't want advertisers to know how much they're competing against other advertisers, because then advertisers could band together and just drive the price down, right? I'm pretty sure that's why they do it. Happy New Year, dude. It's hard to get a remote job. It's hard to get a remote job all the time, man. How do we start making vid content? It seems like getting started is the hard part. Yeah, that's definitely sitting down, hitting record, and just saying it 10 times in a row. There were some portions of the video last night where I said the same sentence 6 times in a row until I got it right. I miss? Making a video game. I have made a video game. I'm gonna do some game dev on Twitch next year. Next year sounds like 2 days. What's your advice on personal branding? That's a loaded question. You gotta give me something more specific. Like, what is your brand? What does it do? How do you approach your video writing? I use Notion here, and I have a giant scripts file. Last night was the Google Gold Rush, wrote it all out, and then I don't read from a script, but I glance up at it when I'm making the video, or I'll have it on my phone like this, and I'll have the phone on my leg just out of frame, like right now, and then I'll look down to remember what I was talking about, and then I'll talk to the camera, and then usually I go off script a lot, and those are the best nuggets, I think. That's how I do it. I'm trying to get better. If I try to wing it, I always forget what I want to say, so bare minimum I have bullet points. Greetings from Vegas. Greetings from Salt Lake City. I can't afford a Tesla. That's basically a good thing. No, neither can I, dude. It's all good. Charlie Chris says, yo, Josh, you still stuck at coding? Got him! How important is quality equipment in growing a channel? Story over everything. Story over everything. You could go look at the video where I'm like, why I won't work another dev job again, and I'm not even in focus. So equipment is irrelevant. I guess just have good audio. Obviously, if you're into like film and stuff like that, and you like tinkering with stuff like that, it's perfectly okay to do that. But I think this is a weird song. I think for every 100% improvement in terms of gear that you buy, cameras, sound, whatever, the audience only notices 1% because they're Patrick, because they're there for the story. They're there for the content. Put the guns away. Look good. You've been hitting the gym. Actually, I just hit the keto diet like 3 days ago, so I got to slim back down again. I got my bulk phase. Now we're slimming back down. Happy New Year, Raphael. Thank you for the reply. Just started learning Notion. Super excited. Yeah, Notion is amazing. If you guys are interested in Notion, I'll toss the link over. This is where I have everything. I got my monthly cost, budget, ideas. I used to use Evernote, but you can like put a Trello board inside of Notion, which makes it really easy to organize things. So it's like Trello plus Evernote together in one, and you can put tables and you can link pages and other pages, and spend a day with it and see if you like it. Let me hit you with the link. You don't have to use a link. It gives me $5, which is like half a month free, but if it's also free to download, but you get $5 too, I think. So I actually don't get $5. I get $5 of credit. Let me clarify. I don't make any money off of that link. Oh, yo, Josh, hater here. You think you are the kid telling the truth that everyone knows but reluctant to tell. What? It's all good, man. I welcome the haters. A list of talking points usually works well if you're good with forming. So I think here's the main process of making a video for me. Your goal is to make a video and then cut 40% of it out. So do a rough edit of the video, which is what I do, and then I do another rough edit, and then I do one more, and then I add music, color grade. But it depends. If I take breaks, the videos usually end up better because I don't see things that you guys see because I've been looking at it for so long. But generally, make a video, cut 40% out. All of my 10-minute videos are usually around 50 minutes when I film. It's like I just go off into outer space with my stuff. Any tips for trying to land a FANG job from non-target school? What? Are you self-employed right now? Yes. Someone said that I work for Google because I work at YouTube. So technically, I work at a FANG company. What up, fam? Anyways, I actually don't work for Google. I'm a contractor for Google. They pay me as a 1099. I just receive money for them, and I take that money. That goes into my own business that I run, an LLC, Grind Reel LLC. It's a real thing. It exists in Wyoming. Mr. Fluke, how are you? Brandon, how are you, dude? I'm good. Josh, I got a blog website coming out. The website's not completely done, but I think it'll be better if I get it out and then update it as I start getting some engagement. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think that's fine. Don't put too much effort into it. Like video content is where it's at because you got podcasts. You want to hit 200,000 subscribers today? Well, I don't think I'll be getting 5,000 subscribers today, so it's all good. How do you decide which sunglasses to put on the wall? It's actually very so I say gruesome process, not rigorous. It's a rigorous process to filter out which sunglasses go on the wall. Starting associate's program. Would that be enough to get a job? No. I mean, it's enough to get a job, but you know what's enough to get a job is your portfolio. Yeah. I'm not trying to like dodge the code questions. I just want to talk about business today because if I start talking about other stuff, I'll go into outer space and the whole stream will be lost. I'm trying to, Floshua Juke to take your how do you gauge what to charge? Brandon Newman. So this is a good question. I like this. How do you know what to charge as a freelancer? You just ask the question, what is your budget? This is what I can provide for you. What's your budget? Let's see where we can meet. Same thing when you're in an interview for a job. What's your budget? You need to know how much money they have to spend. You never want to give the number first, ever. Play that game. Never give the number first because you put yourself at a disadvantage. So like, hey, I want to make you this website. I want to make you this application. What's your budget? What do you think we can do? And then if that budget is something you can work with, then you make it or, charge in the upper end or lower end. If the budget is, zero money, then you just move on. Next client. I think. Is agile unavoidable? I don't know. Some companies just say it as a buzzword, I think. We're agile based. No, you just do regular project work like everybody else. Should I spend any money on Bluehost? The free ones don't work really well. I have a DigitalOcean server because I like to learn DevOps and do DevOpsy stuff. And then I manage... Every time I... Bluehost is fine. I think it's fine. I had issues with it personally where it kept locking me out of things when I was trying to make it. Grueling. That was it. Tubby, thank you. Hello from Russia. Privyet. Thanks for being here. Happy New Year from Toronto. Hey, same to you, man. Don't mean to be nosy, but can you give us a rough estimate how much you've made in December from YouTube? $8,127.27. I showed it a little earlier on the AdSense here. DigitalOcean, how do you manage CD and image resize? I don't really have a huge server. I don't really need a big server. If I need extra, I'll just add a volume on. No big deal. How do you get clients as a new freelancer without having to give out free stuff? You don't have to give out free stuff, but you can make a couple of fake websites to show clients what you can do. So make a website for a restaurant for yourself that doesn't exist. Make a website for a coffee shop that doesn't exist. You don't got to tell the clients, hey, these are fake websites that don't exist. Why do they need to know that? You just say, hey, look, this is some work that I've done in the past. Take a look. Let me know what you think. So you don't need to have clients to be able to show what you can do. Just make some, fake websites, basically. Josh, what are the benefits of having an LLC? If you get sued and they sue your business, they can't take your personal assets. They can only take the assets owned by the business, things that you business expense. Things that cost over $2,500 specifically are considered business assets. Have you done any Android apps? I don't code actual like native Android. I did it on Unity, and then Unity compiled it down to Android. Much love. Kyber, what's up, dude? Hope you're well. I'm an MIS intern, have zero coding knowledge, want to start college. Any advice to get hired? Portfolio, dude. That's what it's all about. Would you say $1,000 is a low end for a small business site, like 3 to 5 pages with a form and good UX in most cities? Yeah, 1,000 is a joke, dude. If they want something that's okay, you could charge $1,500 for a landing page, just one landing page, $1,500, because that's your make or break moment, right? People hit the landing page, And if that landing page is good, then they'll go on to your other pages. But good UI, UX is subjective. Who gets to decide what's good UI and UX? The person paying you gets to decide if that's good UI, and the users of the website get to decide if that's good UX. I think $1,000 is like, it's not a lot. Just because it takes you 30 minutes to make the website doesn't mean that you're worth less. Okay, people aren't paying for the 30 minutes of work that you did for the website. They're paying for all of that extra learning and time you spent getting good at your skill. That's what they're paying for. So a lot of people are like, but you only spent 10 minutes on that. Right. Well, you're not paying for the 10 minutes of work. You're paying for the 10 years of work that I had to do to be able to do it in 10 minutes. Just remember that. So don't let people undercut you with that BS. How long to wait for client payment? Don't wait for client payments. Always get 100% money up front, because then they can just drag you around and be like, oh, do it again or I'm not going to pay you. Do it again or I'm not going to pay you. Yeah, no, don't let yourself fall into that. And if the client says, all right, well, then we're not going to work together, great. He doesn't trust you. So I think obviously business relationships are based somewhat on trust. At least get like 66%. Should I purchase Bluehost SEO tools? No, don't do that. It's all good. Don't do that. When's the new Rollo website? I don't know. He hasn't asked. Do you program outside your 8-hour job? No, because I don't have an 8-hour job. Wouldn't you want to put rates up front for smaller things like $30 to $200 because it would save you more time? I think it just depends on what you're building. Sometimes if someone's like, I want a single page website with email form, and you'd be like, okay, it's $500, whatever, right? Or if they want more custom features, you can talk about it. But you'll notice that any companies that offer a enterprise edition, they'll say, please call for whatever, how much we charge, because they want to negotiate with you, because they can make more money by negotiating versus just giving an upfront rate. Same as Katya was saying earlier in the chat here, she doubled her money by not giving a number first. Because let's say the company you're applying to has a budget, or the client you're trying to freelance has a budget of $100,000, and they say, okay, how much are you going to charge? And you're like, oh, I was going to charge $1,500. And the client was ready to pay you $80,000. You gave up everything, and they're like, $1,500? Yeah, here you go. Or they might be like, yeah, we don't want to work with you because you only charge $1,500. Your work must be garbage. You consider yourself a minimalist? Nah, I'm just not very materialistic. What's a good price to charge for standard startup business website as a junior dev? Again, you got to ask the money question. What's your budget? How much money you got to spend? Hopefully this is helping. Please let me know if it is. If it is, maybe hit thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. This song, though. I'm trying to not get so involved in the chat, and I'm trying to engage with everyone at the same time. Oh, $10. Why? Thank you so much. Being volunteered for severance package, good cash, but should I sue for more? Being volunteered. Are you being volunteered or being voluntold? Should I sue for more? Do you think you can win? If you think you can win and you're not going to lose any money, well, I mean, how much do you want the money? You're a little materialistic if you're surrounded by expensive gaming equipment. I don't even know if I would call this expensive gaming equipment. And it's not like I bought it all in one big lump sum, but you should see the rest of my house. Like my couch, $250, clearance section from RC Willey. I don't understand how people spend $3,400 on a couch. They must be in credit card debt. Anyways. Have you ever been interested in learning another language? I know Finnish. What would you do if you were broke right now? What would be your plan? I would probably teach people how to do a skill that I know. Because I've proven that I can utilize them to make money. So I can teach other people to do it, and then they can figure out what they want to make and make money. Cheers from Colombia. Looking for a remote job. Any webpage where I can apply. Don't look for junior jobs ever. Don't look for internships. Just look for software developer. If junior's in there, apply for it. If internship is in there, maybe skip over it. Everyone is applying to internships. Everyone thinks that they have to get a junior or an internship, so those jobs are inherently saturated. And the software jobs and the senior software jobs, they still get applications, but nowhere near people applying to junior jobs. Hope you have a good new year too, Colonel Nerd. Appreciate you, dude. For the answer for that website, by the way, remoteok.io is good. So you would sell shovels. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with selling shovels. I said that in the video, right? Definitely make the money. It's all about profit, right? Whatever. The whole point of the video is that if you don't want to work at Google or a FANG company, then you shouldn't feel bad about working for a smaller company, and you shouldn't feel like you didn't make it as a developer. Like people say, top tier tech company. What does that mean, man? If my company treats me right, pays me well, that's top tier to me. I'm good. I got life to go live. So there's the phrase, right? Like, those who can't do, teach. And while I agree with that somewhat, that's not always the case. Some people just genuinely like helping people, and I think that's where I'm coming from. I just like helping people, because I just would be like, hey, I did it, and if I can do this, you can do this. Let me show you how. That's where I'm coming from. It's not like I'm just terrible. I mean, I'm not a Google dev by any means, right? Never claimed to be. It's California law, but the volunteered leave. Attorney says about 1 year salary. Yeah, should I go for it? Yeah, you should try to definitely go for it. I mean, it's not financial advice, but I'm just saying. If you think you can win. This dude says, I like you a lot, but you've become really negative these days. Hope that improves. Dude, we're not negative, man. We're all about looking out for yourselves and making sure that what happened to me doesn't happen to you. That's my whole point of this channel. If you work as an independent contractor, would you do an LLC? As a sole proprietor. Those are two different things. A sole proprietor means you don't have an LLC. An LLC means you're a sole proprietor, but with a legal business entity that the cash is flowing through down to you. If you don't, it's like you got to think about it as like a wall. So right now, from the camera to me, and I'm making money. Just money's coming straight to me. I'm a sole proprietor. Once you open an LLC, you put a block up here, right? This right here is your legal barrier. So all money comes to this LLC, and then you pass the money from the LLC down to me. And so if they want to sue you right here, if I don't have this wall in place, if they want to sue me for the money that they're giving me because I did something, they can sue me individually right here. Now they can only sue the legal entity, the LLC. That's the difference. That's why it's good. It's only like $80 to make one. It's not complicated. So if you do YouTube, you are a contractor for Google. Yes, I'm a contractor with Google. They pay a 1099 to me, and then I give that money to my LLC. Then I pay myself. You always say that corporate's not a good environment to work in. For me, it's not a good environment to work in. If you like that type of environment, if you like going to work and you like coworkers and you have no problem just doing your tasks and doing the whole corporate thing, great, go do it. It's just not for me. Love the vids. Hey, Elemento, dude, thanks. LOC is a firewall, yeah, basically. What do you think about a summer internship while studying? Sounds like a part-time job while studying. I wouldn't tell anyone it's an internship. I'd just be as a part-time job. That was the easiest explanation of LLC and sole proprietorship. Hey, well, I hope it helps. I love business, dude. I love talking business. I love talking financials. I love talking like how all of this stuff works because I used to think it's so shrouded in mystery, you know, like business was this thing that only rich people have. And it's like, no, it's not like that at all. What's good, Tiffany? I saw your comment. Appreciate you. Oh my goodness, $14. Well, how did I miss that? Let's see. What skill did you advance for this year? I think video editing has gone up, and my ability to communicate with the camera has gone up, but not enough. Best book you've read recently? Dude, I'm always going to say Unscripted, even though it wasn't super recent. I got to get back on the book train. I fell off. Maybe I should make a New Year's resolution, like 1 book a week. Congrats on the early 200K. Thanks, man. What percentage of your LLC revenue do you pay yourself? It's not really how it works. It's business expenses. So if you can design your work around your life, then you basically get to business expense your life. Obviously, you can't do that 100% in its entirety because that's illegal and that's how the IRS comes. But you try to business expense as much as you can, and it's not. You shouldn't feel bad about if you do a business that you would just have living life, you know, like people that travel to Hawaii for a living, they get to write that off, you know, like what? That's not. That's not their fault that they found a business that they actually enjoy and they just get to travel for a living and get to write it off, you know. So your goal is to align your business with how you would live life if you just had money, you know. So it depends. For me, it just really depends. How do I not tap into tax traps when starting at my site? What tax traps? What? You gotta pay your taxes. Your latest video has raised a lot of eyebrows. Yeah, I mean that's how it goes. No big deal. There's nothing wrong with going to dig for gold to get a little bit of that wealth in the gold rush. I just want you guys to be aware, and you'll see this in other markets in the world, that there is a gold rush and you are being sold shovels. Like, you know, just be careful. Like, just don't feel like you have to take part of the gold rush. Like, the fear of missing out is real, you know? FOMO. DM no digits, thanks. You need a mod in here. I have some mods, I think. What video editing software do you recommend? I use Premiere Pro because I use the whole Adobe suite, but DaVinci Resolve is free and it's very premium. DaVinci Resolve is fantastic. I'm just too invested in the keybinds of Premiere Pro, and I use Photoshop and After Effects and all the other Adobe software. But if you don't want to pay, DaVinci Resolve has got you covered. It's better than any of the other free stuff. Why do we feel bad advocating for ourselves? Because it's cringe, man. If you grow up and you've never sold something before, you feel like that confidence, you know? It's like when I talk about my own product, it's why I don't say this is the best thing you could ever buy, because I feel like that's a bold claim. I'm more like, I like to say, here's something, go check it out if you want, because I don't like being pressured into buying things. But it's weird to sell something if you've never sold something in your life. But then it's not so bad. Obviously, you're going to get rejected, and obviously people are going to be like, this is garbage, this is terrible. And that's gonna hit real hard at first, and then you're gonna be like, like that happens, you know, 1 out of 1,000. But you don't see the other 1,000 sales where everyone's satisfied. You only pay attention to that one that's like, you suck, this is terrible, this is trash, I'm unhappy. Maybe that answers. Holy moly, what do you think of iMinutes? Do you think he's cool at teaching freelancing? And would you I don't know who it is. Let's see what's going on here. A new phone, who this? A new phone. New phone? New phone.
Hi, is this Joshua?
Who's this?
Hello, Joshua. I'm Amanda from Debt Management Solutions.
I don't have any debt. Thanks, though. Okay. What do you think will happen when the gold rush ends? People will always create a gold rush and then make you feel like you're missing out if you don't go for it. And again, if you really want to work at Google and take part of it, hey, great. More power to you. Just understand that if people are going to mine for gold, the people who are profiting off that are the ones facilitating how to go do it. It's nothing inherently bad. That's just more profitable. I just want you guys to be aware that's what's happening, and that you shouldn't have a fear of missing out. Don't let that happen. I don't have any debt. I do have, I mean, I have a car, 2 car loans. I don't have credit card debt. I have a mortgage, but I don't have like, I'm not like dying in debt, you know. I got student loans, but you know, never missed a payment. Those are the people that target you for consolidation loans. But what you don't understand is well, maybe you do, but a consolidation loan will show up as a credit inquiry on your account, which will then tank your credit. Why? All I want for Christmas is for Mayonnaise. Ha 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 ha, you got me, dude. Got him. In a movie about your YouTube channel, I think Ethan Hawke should play you. I don't know, dude. He might be too old by then. Maybe I'll be too old by then. Thinking of also getting into selling some digital products guides. Any tips from your experience with your cover letter products? You just put it out there, and the market will tell you. If you have a guide or some tips or tricks or something like that, definitely put it out there and see what the market says. You'll know right away if it's just a trash product, or you'll have to decide if your ability to sell it just isn't good enough. Your description isn't good enough. But again, there's nothing wrong with selling courses or like digital products and stuff like that. That's totally fine. That's how it goes. If you want to help people, you don't have to be on chapter 10 to teach chapter 1. You only got to be on chapter 2. That's the reality of the world. If you know something and you can give that something to someone else who doesn't know it yet, and they're willing to pay for that convenience, which is what it's all about, that's fine. Just don't make people feel like they're missing out, you know? Hi, Crystal. Hi, Jen. Do you save and invest a big percentage of your income? I save my income. I don't really invest it because I like having that liquid cash on hand. Are self-taught devs limited to web dev stuff? Dude, don't ever let anyone put you in a box. You do whatever you want in software. Best way to get started as a freelancer, you gotta walk in to some places that you know have garbage websites and offer them your services, but don't offer them your services because that will seem scammy. Pretend to be a happy customer first. Why? Jacob, stop. Can you turn on slow mode? I don't even know how. Did your boot camp's contract say you can't teach what they teach? I think the boot camps... Wait, what boot camps? The one that I taught at? I think the only contract was that you can't take our students and teach them. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to teach. Like, how are you going to prevent someone from teaching JavaScript? Like, that's dumb. I don't think... No, they didn't say that. They just said, hey, if you quit, don't steal our students and teach them at your own rate that's discounted below us. Like, that makes sense. Will, thank you for the... Spinny elephant. I need to get a new chair, dude. What do you guys recommend? This chair is garbage. The springs are like so dead. I'm thinking maybe a secret lab. So I have trouble remembering technical side of programming. Like I can't explain it to others. Do you have any tips for remembering that stuff? You don't have to remember. You just have to be able to find the answer and then show that to somebody. It's okay. Like, if you can't explain a concept to somebody, you can Google it, and you can be like, all right, look, it's right here. I don't remember it, but I found it. Here you go. No big deal. What's the dev space which is quickest and effective way to make money if that was your sole purpose? Freelancing. But if there's quick money, there's a catch. There's always a catch to quick and easy money, because if it's quick and easy, I wouldn't buy into it. Herman Miller. Look, I'm not trying to pay a mortgage on a chair. What are you going to do if the internet dies? I mean, same as you, right? That would super suck. We'd all be bored. Do you think starting a channel about data structure and algorithms is a good idea? If you like doing that stuff and you think it provides value, then definitely go for it. We got some emotional music in here. Let me just turn it up a little bit. Let's get inspired. If you want quick and easy money, try to invest in Bitcoins. No. Okay, crypto is not an investment. Crypto is a gamble. Anyone who says crypto is an investment is a shill. It can be an investment. Maybe. But for most of the time, for most people that don't know what they're doing, that's a gamble. I've done it. Channel has grown a ton. Keep up the grind. Hey, thanks, man. Nathan Lee. LOL. A wicker lawn chair. Todd, I think we have the winning solution. I'm gonna go to Walmart and just get a sunbathing chair. We can watch Josh together. What are your thoughts on Tesla's consecutive loss for the 13th year? That's how business goes. Tesla is in a very chaotic space where they're the innovators of the industry, the kind of like the first of the industry, and so they are competing with a lot of people that have a lot of money. But I think their marketing is hands down just the best. You know, they don't even have to do marketing. They're just like, hey, here's a thing, and the internet goes wild, and that's all you need these days. Is Namecheap hosting fine? I use Namecheap. I think it's fine. I need to do a 550x to break even on Zcash. Bro, I bought an Ethereum at $1,300. Okay? I'm dumb. Don't be me. Is the DNA hype mostly just in Silicon Valley? You'll get asked those at some smaller companies, but for the most part, the data structures and algorithms are for the big... Dude, if I have to say top tier tech company one more time, literally go look at the comments on that video. Top tier tech company. What defines top tier? The money, like how much it's known, how much fame you get from everyone on the internet on Stack Overflow. Oh, you work at Google. Wow. Like, to me, it's like, oh, I get to have a couple extra days off this week. What? You're paying me for it? Sweet. That's top tier in my opinion. Like, I got life to live. I design my work around my life, not my life around my work. Because yeah. Okay, sorry. Is Upwork good? For people that buy freelancers, sure. But for the actual freelancers, not really. Why is there so many donations? But thank you. When can we expect managing or starting a business videos? Managing a business? I don't want to manage a business. I'm very hands off. I have a couple people that I work with, and I really just like don't care what they do. I'm just like, you just do the thing. I trust you, bro. You go do the thing. If it doesn't work out, we'll chat about it. Like, I don't like managing people, and I just won't work with people that I have to manage. I'm just very. Just do your best work and get it done. A lot of people aren't like that though, right? They need that guidance. They need that push. They can't get stuff done unless someone's behind them. 35. My contribution towards your Herman Miller chair. Play us some Nickelback. I can't because then the entire stream will get taken down. I can't play copyright music. That's the thing. I wish I could. I got a whole Spotify waiting to go. Please create more content about backend development. That's not my thing. Why is HR incapable of creating culture? I'm pretty sure the culture creates itself based on the people who you hire. No one creates it themselves, like one and done. Helps keep me moving, Pogo. I mean, that's the only option, right? If you're not moving, you're going backwards because the earth is always going forwards. So bare minimum, if you're just moving forward every day, you're breaking even. If you sprint, hey, then you're making a little progress. And you're lapping everybody on the couch. You are a very honest person, but it's amazing to watch how you act like you know it all. I don't know it all, and I would stay away from anyone who claims to know it all. Just don't interpret everything I say literally, bruh. Why? Pimping on YouTube. Yeah, dude, I don't understand. Can you sing us Nickelback instead? I don't sing. I can't sing. I don't know if you've heard this voice, but it cracks a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. Jacob, what are you doing, fam? Maybe my business can be creating music guys like you can use in background of their vids. Yeah, dude, a lot of people do that. You can sell it to Epidemic Sound. You could sell it to MusicBed. You could sell it to Artlist or license it out, and then you get money. People aren't resources. I don't know. I think human resources can be interpreted as, here are some resources that you need that that department can give you. I don't necessarily know if human resources is referring to humans as resources. I'm pretty sure it's just like, here is some information. If you have questions, we can provide resources to you about life and human things. Where do you get the music you actually play for your videos? Epidemic Sound. It's like $15 a month. I remember when my original YouTube goal used to be just to be able to make enough ad revenue to pay this. Just to be able to have music. I'm so thankful. Live wallpapers are cool. You can get them too. It's like $4 on Steam. Might even be cheaper because the Steam sale is happening right now. Wallpaper Engine. Codeplay. Can't you use your playlist if you've added them to your description? No, I paid money. So they're credited via me paying them their money. You have to connect your channel to this via their API. So their API scans your channel and they know, hey, did this API key from this channel pay for our services for these songs? Yes. Okay, then you're good to go. Like that's how they go. What neighboring topic area would you go? This is so loud. What neighboring topic? If you had a CS degree and began to experience you don't like jobs, you can do whatever you want with a CS degree, man. Do you want to make money or do you want to have a job? Because those are two very different things. Most people think the only way that they can make money is with a job. I have a newsflash. That's not the only way in the world to make money. That's literally the definition of entrepreneurship. You figure out a way to make money for yourself in a consistent way. So you can make money in a bazillion different ways. It's just, do you want to work a job or do you want to make money? You can make money working a job, but don't limit yourself to that ideology. Dude, can you read the comment? Dude, I got you. What's up? I'm gonna go land a client in a few hours. Good luck. Let us know how it goes. An awesome, safe, productive, creativity boosting. Every time I read the word safe work environment, I think like, come on. People's feels. Good artists copy, great artists steal. Yeah, you can't own an idea. That's the thing. You can own intellectual property, but you can't like own an idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, social media is an idea. You can't own that. You can't be like, no one else is allowed to make social media because I own that idea. If someone talks about something and you're like, oh, I'm going to talk about that too because I want to put emphasis on this specific point. It's how it goes. You can use other people's ideas all day long if you think that you can do it better, or if you think that you want to expand on a topic, or if you just want to give your opinion on that. It's totally fine. You can't own an idea. You can own patents, but you can't, like, you know, you have trademarks. Those are different. I'm gonna do an animation-based storytelling channel, so I'm open to any advice. Keep your videos short because I know animation takes forever. That's my advice on that one. So maybe like 2-3 minute videos. Try to consistency on YouTube is more important then the quality of the video, that sounds backwards. You need both, but when you're first starting, you need consistency, because especially if you don't know how YouTube works and you've never done anything like this before, you got to figure out what you're doing and how to get people to like what you're doing. And maybe you get lucky and you make a video that gets a bazillion views and you blow up. It rarely happens. Rarely happens. Where do you live? I live in India. Josh, please. Any thoughts on .NET, WebAssembly, or Blazor? I have no thoughts. Never thought on writing a book. What would it be about? Demystifying business, maybe. How do you find your first client as a freelancer when you have no network cold calling? Here, look, I'll show you. We'll find a client together. I'll show you right now how you too can find a client. Nope, that's not the right one. Is this the right one? All right. Hold. Whereabouts in India? That's awesome. Oh, bro, I live in New Delhi. Come visit, bro. I'm in downtown. Bro, I don't live in India. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm just memeing with you. Just having a laugh. All right, here we go. We're gonna. No, wait. Oh, wait. Okay. Let's go back. All right, so here we are. We're at Google Maps. And we're just going to zoom in here. And we're just going to see if we can't find some businesses like Coffee Garden. How does Coffee Garden look? Coffee Garden. Do they have a website? Can we find a website? Doesn't look like there's any website here. Let's Google it. Coffee Garden, Salt Lake City. Why doesn't Coffee Garden have a website? That's very interesting. You would think that this coffee spot would in fact have a website, but as you can see here in the results, there is no Coffee Garden website. Why not? You should definitely go in there and offer them a website. Or ask them why they don't have one. I tried to look you up, but I couldn't find it. You know, they should be the first result here if someone types that in. That's how you find clients or potential clients. Maybe this was helpful. It's really not that hard. Hub and Spoke Diner. Does this have a website? Let's Google it. Oh, so this is how it should look. Right, so how is their website? It's trash. Their website is trash. So you could go in here and you could offer them services. Am I blind? This is not a website. This is not a website, chat. This is Facebook. You can see that here in the results. There's a website. No, it's Facebook. That is not a website. Do you know that a very high percentage of your viewers are from India? Bro, time to go hit that timeout life. You don't click this button for that reason right there. You want to Google it because part of your marketing is that why are you not the first search result that comes up when I type this in? You know, like there should be Coffee Garden Salt Lake City, coffeegardenslc.com that shows up as the first result. And that's not what shows up. They have a Facebook. That is not a website. And that will not, you know, that's not going to substitute for one either. So this is how you do it. Anyways, so here's Hub and Spoke Diner. You like it better than Evernote? Yeah, Notion is way better than Evernote. I swapped from Evernote to Notion. So I'm personally not a huge fan of this. I think this is a pretty trash website. So I would go in here and I would bring something to them and be like, this is what your website looks right now. And this is what your website looks like if you give me 10 minutes of your stream. 10 minutes of your stream. 10 minutes of, like, your time. I'm not doing a handy stream. I don't even know what that means. I don't live in India. It was a joke. Oh, God. Where else could we find? Sasa Kitchen here. There we go. So there's a good website. Let's see what this looks like. Is it good? All right. Here's an example of a client that obviously needs a website redo. This is not good. Like, I'm on a 2K screen. So this is 100%. Let's go to 1080, 150%. This is what it looks like. It's not good. I would definitely go in there and just replace this with a WordPress. Problem solved, you know? Like, we found another one. We've spent like 3 minutes doing this. Freelance is not that hard. Cold calling is not that big of a deal. So what I would do is, this is just a few minutes away. I'd drive down to here and be like, wow, I was so satisfied with, look. I'll give you the marketing pitch. Are you ready? Freelancing with Josh. Let's see what they have on their menu here. Fried snacks. Okay, so they don't even have a menu page. They literally redirect you to beyondmenu.com for their menu. Are you serious? Bruh, this looks like the average restaurant website. And that's why freelancing still exists. Because this is not average. It sucks, but they just don't care. But, okay, they don't care because they don't know what they could get if they had a better website. It's your job, right? You're the freelancer. You go in there, you find the discrepancies in here inside of the website, and you're like, okay, look, you are pushing people towards an external website for your menu. You should be trying to keep people inside of here, and you should be looking at ways to capture their emails. That way you can do holiday specials or weekly specials for your menu. It's your job as the freelancer to like offer a value proposition. You know what I'm saying? So this is bad. So I would go in there and I would be like, I had your, let's see. I had your spare ribs ramen, and it was delicious. But I noticed that your website was redirecting to a third-party website, and I really think that it would be better off if you guys really keep the traffic on your own website and promote, you know, maybe your social medias more so that you could get, you know, whatever. It's your job. I think that's optimized for mobile. Y'all want to see? Y'all want to see what optimized for mobile looks like? This is not optimized for mobile, bro. Yeah, okay. Is this optimized for mobile? Look at all this extra white space. They will definitely hire local developers, but we are not. That's not true. That's not true, dude. If you can value proposition via an email or a cold call, like the phone number's right there. You just call them up. Hey, I noticed your website was blah, blah, blah. You can literally just write a script. It's not super hard. Just read from the script. It's going to be real difficult if it's your first one because they might hang up and you might have to call back, which is why I'm saying pretend to be a satisfied customer so you can have some of that rapport with them. You know what I mean? You can build some of that. It looks great. Yeah, exactly. You replied to an Indian that you are from India. It's a slur here, man. I don't understand. I can't help. If you're offended, that's on you, man. I said nothing offensive. people just get offended, you know. 2020 in a couple days. Imagine laughing. It looks avant-garde. Why are you bashing this website? Exactly, right? So what else we got in here? Taqueria 27? I don't even know how to say it. Let's see. So here's a good website. Maybe. Let's see. It's got some loading issues. I have gigabit internet, and that took a minute to load. And look, oh, what is going on here? What? Okay, so here's an issue, as you can see. Passion for Tacos isn't even on there. That was a bug. Is it built with WordPress? Let's find out. Yes, it is built with WordPress. You can see that here, WP content. So someone else has designed this with WordPress. Let's find out where. We take an active approach to improving the website experience, so they're not saying who built it for them. Probably someone that owns it. Look at this pixelated website. Like, oh, just kidding, it loaded. Okay, let's see. They got social media implemented. Oh, they have video backgrounds. Is the video background here, is it still there when you're mobile? No. Oh, nope, video background is still here when you are mobile. That is not good. That's not good. You're taking up people's data. Bad. That's bad. Here, look, I'll show you where we can find this video directly. Here's the video directly. You don't want to have videos on websites because most users for restaurant websites are on their phone. Like, oh, what do they have on the menu? Let me look real quick. And then so now you're forcing people to use their data for this video. Isn't it a GIF? No, it's a video. It's .mp4 up here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a .mp4, which is a video file. So, you know, things like that you could message. Bro, why are you hating on this website? We're talking about how to improve the website. And to do that, we're discussing what could be improved, which means what is technically wrong with the website. We're not hating on it. I'm literally teaching you how to freelance. How to make value propositions. You can't appreciate that, man. Maybe the stream not for you, fam. Let's see what else we got. I mean, you could just do this all day. Cecilia Mia. Dude, what up? Leave them alone. Oh my god. Apparently, people just can't appreciate. Let's see. What else we got in here? I mean, these were the questions that you guys were asking. How do you find clients? This is how you do it. And then you write up a big page that says everything you found with the website that could be improved. Okay. And then, you know, that's a free value proposition right there. You know what I'm saying? So if you send them a document that has a list of everything that could be improved, hey, maybe they can do it themselves, or maybe they don't want to do it themselves. Maybe they'll pay you to do it because you went to them and you already gave them all this free value of everything that could be improved. But do they want to pay for it? Hey, maybe not. But you tried, right? And it's good experience. Yeah, everyone's like, you stop hating. I don't know. Like, and then you call them up or you go there and, you know, just pretend to be a satisfied customer. Usually that works the best because otherwise you're like, hey, I'm a freelancer and I noticed your website needs some improvement. They're just going to hang up. It's not, you know, it's not like that. If you walk in and you're like, hey, I researched your website and I'm a web developer and I could, you know, I could improve your site and generate you more money. Like, you know, that sounds scammy, you know, like door to door. It's just not a thing anymore. That's just not how life works anymore. So if you got to do sales, you got to finesse, you know, you got to hustle a little bit. You got to go in there. Hey, I had your food. It was delicious. But when I was ordering the food, I had some trouble with the ordering process. And that prompted me to look around your website. And I noticed some things that are wrong with it. And I happen to be a web developer. And I think if you make these changes, it would bring you a lot more money. You know, no pressure or anything like that. I'm just saying this could bring you more money. And as a satisfied customer, I think that you deserve this money. You deserve to make more money because your food is delicious. Like that is how you do it. That's what you say. You don't say, hey, this is what's wrong. This is what I can do. This is how you'll make more money. And this is how much I cost. That's not what you say. Don't do that. Hopefully this has been helpful. Step by step, this is how you make money as a dev. I should be charging for this information, you know, because this is what you're going to buy. This is what freelancer packs are going to sell you with more maybe email templates. Maybe I'll make one and I'll sell it. But if you're here for the stream, enjoy the free value add. I'm happy to help. Okay. Bye. What else we got? I mean, that's how you do it. So, and then you can have. You just need one yes. Yeah, pretty much. I have 5 years experience dealing with restaurant owners. Unfortunately, they just don't care. They rather go bankrupt. I mean, they're probably restaurants is a hard business. The profit margins on food, the food industry in general, is really, really low. So you have to make it worth their time. You really have to make them understand, because $200, right, or $1,000 to a restaurant owner is a lot of money because their profit margins are slim. And so when you go in there and you sell, you really have to convince them, hey, look, right now, I know you can't see the money, man, but look, this is how much money this will bring you. Here are some examples of what I've done. Here are some examples of what could happen to you. If you don't like it, hey, full refund, man. But I'm like, you got to be open. You got to be a little bit vulnerable, you know. Be willing to give that refund. Just make sure you get your money up front. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to make it worth their time when you're pitching to them. You ask for a review after delivering the project as well. I mean, you could, I guess, if you wanted. You should have a portfolio website as a freelancer, so that way they could go to your website and leave a review, maybe. But yeah, I mean, a lot of restaurants are in debt because the profit margins are so slim and they're just trying to get by, you know? So you really have to make it seem like you want to help them rather than just make money off of them. You really need to see it from their point of view. Like, look, man, I got bills too, but right now, let's worry about your business. Let's worry about making you more money so you can get out of debt, right? Like, maybe let's come up with a payment plan or something. You know, whatever it is, you really have to be on their side. At least that's how I would do it, you know? How much do you ask for maintenance? I think you could vary based on client to client, or you could just say $500 a year, maintenance twice a month, you know? Whatever. How do you get your clients to give you metrics for conversions on brochure sites? You set up your own metrics, man. You set up your own metrics, and you have a way to forward those metrics to them, but you maintain all metrics. They'll say you'll get a free meal for the website. Yeah, I mean, that's just sales, dude. Persuasion here is where it comes into play. If someone says, all right, I'm not going to pay you, I'll give you a free sandwich, and you're like, it's your job to be like, I understand what you're saying, man. I get it. I see where you're coming from, but let's talk about it. How to transition into a monthly retainer. Some companies or some businesses, they don't need a monthly retainer, and you're just looking for passive income, which I understand, right? But here's the way to hustle people when it comes to freelancing. You have hosting fees, right? You have a shared hosting service that you use, which costs you $100 per year, and you can have 100 WordPress websites on it, right? So what you do is you charge each business $300 a year for hosting. That's your fee, right? That's the markup. That's just business. That's how it goes. People are like, that's a scam. That's outrageous. Bro, that is literally what every store does. They sell you a product for more than they bought it for, right? And so you're selling them the convenience. So it's $100 a year for hosting for 100 websites for you, but because you're doing all of the effort, you say, hey, the website's going to be $1,500. The year's worth of hosting is going to be another $300, and you could pay that every month, a portion of it, or you could pay that in one lump sum. I would prefer the lump sum method because they could just nope out at any time and you could terminate their website. But you don't get all your money then. I sold my service for $300 a month. How can I move forward? Is assuring sales a good thing? You can't, unless you know that you can assure sales. I mean, you can't guarantee that company that you're building the website for is gonna suddenly, like, the owners could just ignore all of your advice after you make their website and drive their company into the ground, and that's not your fault. So the freelancer has to keep it deployed indefinitely. I mean, you could push all that responsibility onto them. I'm just saying, if you want more money, you can say, hey, I do hosting, I do domains. So let's say it costs you $5 to buy the domain. Charge $100 a year for the domain renewal, right? They don't care. They're not website designers. Just get it done. Get the job done. Make me more money, right? Whatever it is. But if you want to charge those rates, you better be able to sell it. You better be able to convince them and persuade them and be able to sell, right? Just because you want to charge $200 for it doesn't mean you can sell it. Doesn't mean you can convince. It's the same with a job interview. If you want $100,000 a year and they only have $80,000 worth of budget, but you can somehow sell them yourself and convince them, hey, look, I know you only got 80, but I'll tell you why I'm worth 100 right now. And you can convince them to buy it, then their budget is irrelevant. You would be surprised how not set in stone these things are. I have a budget. You know how many times you walk into a store with a budget, and you know how many times you break that budget? All of us in real life right now. And it's the same thing with companies. It's the same thing in a job interview for a salary negotiation. It's the same thing with freelance. Everyone says, I have a budget. And you're like, all right, well, here's why I'm about to break your budget. Now, don't say that. But people are flexible. It's not a law, right? You're not breaking the law by charging more than their budget. Stop thinking about it like that. All right, I feel like I've ranted. Let me catch up on chat for a second here. Most companies are not going to do that. They want WordPress with the ability to maintain, update in-house. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about companies. We're not talking about coffee shops, landscape businesses, restaurant websites, hair salons. We're talking about small companies for that. Of course they won't. Yeah. They'll want some kind of insurance, right? No, that's part of business. That's why you have a portfolio. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't guarantee that they're going to make more money. You can just say, hey, you have a very high chance of making more money if you go with me, and here's some proof in the pudding that I've done. Here's some results, Like, you can't guarantee it, but you can say, hey, you know what? I'll offer you your money back if you're not satisfied. Because guaranteeing that the company's not going to run it into the ground when you don't control any of it, suddenly you make a brand new website and they raise their prices 300%. Now they're not making money anymore. Is that your fault? No, that's not your fault. But if you're selling stuff like WordPress websites to small businesses that have the budget to hire someone in-house, that's cheaper for them to hire someone in-house than it is for a freelancer. So we're talking about what I said before: coffee shops, hair salons, landscape services, small restaurants, mom and pop shops, those sorts of things. Private schools. Do you recommend web devs use something like WordPress? I recommend WordPress. I recommend whatever gets the job done. There's no sense in creating a website from scratch, in my opinion, because it's going to take you a lot longer, and unless there's something custom that they want that you just can't find to convince them to take something similar, like if they want this special custom login form, but WordPress offers a plugin that gives you 99% of that functionality, are you going to spend 3 weeks making it from scratch, or are you going to just get the plugin and convince them to be like, hey, look, this is faster. Do you want it done right now, or do you want it done in 3 weeks? And if they say, well, I want it done in 3 weeks, then just say, I'm not doing it. You're not being reasonable. You're not even being profitable right now. You are throwing money out the window. That's what I would say to that. Is it easier to have visible template websites set up as a reference for website pricing tiers? No, don't do pricing tiers. Don't do pricing tiers unless you have some template that you can throw up. If don't have a pricing tier if it requires custom work. That would be my suggestion. Have a pricing tier if you have templates that you use, that you change the background image of. Yeah, sure. Say, oh, you want a website template? Here's what I got for you. It's going to cost $1,500. You know, and that's just what you charge for this website template no matter what. But if they say, I want a website that does this, this, and this, don't have a pricing tier for that. Discuss it with them. Find out their budget. I'm all about pragmatism. I'm all about what gets the job done. Because you're the freelancer, right? And I don't charge hourly because that's a joke, and I don't think that creates trust. When you charge hourly, the client, especially if it's your first time doing business with them, the client is going to be like, can you work faster, please? You know? And so you work harder and you work faster. You are losing out on money by working harder. How does that make any sense when you charge hourly? And so the customer's just going to think, you could just work really slow. How do we know that you're actually working? You know, you could just be charging us hours. And, you know, you could do like, oh, well, here's a screenshot of what I don't think you should even do all that. I think that's a waste. Don't do that. Just charge a flat rate after you discuss the budget and come to an agreement. Because hourly is silly. You work harder in one single hour. Great. It doesn't matter. You don't get paid based on how hard you work. You get paid based on an hour. Can you share tips and techniques that you learned to make your job done faster than before? No, I mean, it depends on how you're getting paid. How to get Crystal to DM those digits. Crystal, please DM the digits on Instagram. Is there a dog in here? I hear a dog. What's up, little dog? They can't afford to pay a dev hourly. It's not. It's all about sales. It's all about sales. I personally very much dislike hourly, and I personally very dislike salary, because salary, it's just a propaganda of job security. Salary is really just a flat rate. Work harder, too bad, flat rate. Work really lazy, but do the bare minimum, great, flat rate. So who does that benefit? It benefits the people who want to do nothing and just do the bare minimum because they know they're going to get that secure flat rate. You know what I'm saying? $50. Why? Thank you, Esper. You are welcome. I hope this has been beneficial. Baby, hit thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Well, I don't deserve that, but thank you. I'll rewatch the stream and take notes. I'm just trying to hit you with some value. Maybe I should make a video on this and then sell a course, because that's what you do, right? You should make videos about giving dating tips. What? If you're afraid of going flat hour rate, use toggle to time track. I don't want to have to deal with any of that stuff. I don't want to have to deal with time tracking. And I don't think that you should deal with that either. Unless you really don't know how long it's going to take you. You either, one, you take a risk and you give a flat rate estimate, and then it either takes you as long as you think you can do it, or it takes you a lot longer and you lose out on money. So if you're really like scared of taking that risk, then just do hourly, right? But most of the time, you know what you can do. You're aware of your abilities, or at least your ability to figure stuff out. $25 to review my resume. Are you kidding? Actually, it's like $300 on most websites if you want to get a professional resume review from some HR lady who doesn't know what they're doing. I think it's kind of fair, to be honest. What do you think of Upwork? It's good for people that buy freelance, but it's terrible for freelancers. Like, you don't need Upwork. You can just do what I'm doing right now and skip out on all the fees and all that stuff. If there's sales involved on the website, how can they increase their views? What do you mean if there's sales on their website, how can they increase their views? Obviously, that would be marketing, getting it in front of more people. So email marketing would be a good one, capturing people's emails, offering them monthly discounts or exclusives, stuff like that. That's marketing. Day in the life vids, are most of them misleading? I can't say most of them. I haven't seen most of them. I've just seen the ones with a lot of views, and I think those are misleading, yeah. How long have I been here? An hour and 16 minutes. Holy smokes. Well, thanks for being here. What do you think about web scraping as a freelance option? Web scraping is fine until the web page changes how it's structured, and then your web scraper breaks. A lot of people did that. They would scrape websites and aggregate their information and then sell it or whatever. And then the websites that they're scraping from change their layout and change how it's structured and change the API access, and now your web scraper is broke. So web scrapers in general are not very reliable, but they can be. They can make you some money. Yeah. Anthony, what up? There's no perfect ability to estimate right out of the gate. Yeah, definitely. It's always a risk to estimate how much you're going to charge. But I still think it's better. So imagine if you say, all right, I'm going to charge $1,500 for this, and you get it done in 15 minutes. Great. You just made $1,500 in 15 minutes, you know? But if you charge hourly, you're not going to make, if you charge, $40 an hour, you're going to force yourself to work slower to make more money. But that's not ethical, Josh. That's not right. Why would you do that, right? So then you just lose out on money. And then the customer's going to be like, well, are you working as fast as you can? Why aren't you done yet? Please, I don't want to pay you any more money. So you just give them a flat rate, work as fast as possible. If you mess up, that's on you, not the customer, right? It takes the customer longer to get what they paid for, but the customer doesn't lose out on any more money. So that's why flat rate is so good. If you get it done fast, hey, great, you made a bunch of money fast. If you get it done slow, hey, that's on you. Customer doesn't get penalized for it. Versus hourly, once again, if you work really slow, the customer's like, hey, work faster. We don't want to pay you any more money. But if you work faster, you lose out on money as a freelancer. So don't do it. Which is more lucrative, Angular or React? Your ability to sell is the most lucrative. If you say, hey, Angular will do this for you, and you can price it higher and convince them to pay you that, then that's what's more lucrative. Lucrative does not... What's the cup say? It says Beast. It's not a Mr. Beast cup. Okay, this is just a Christmas cup that I got. You haven't seen a bunch of companies that are much worse than Upwork that prey on your time. Upwork's still away. I mean, yeah. Would you buy music for like $5 if I made some for your stream? I have a whole subscription base that I pay $15 a month for, so. Project equals flat rate, maintenance equals hourly. I don't even think I would do maintenance at hourly. I think I would just limit the amount of times I would maintain it. I would say it's going to be $1,500 for your website, and it'll be $300 a month for maintenance. And you get maintenance 3 times a month, or twice a month, every other Sunday. And however long it takes you to do the maintenance is however long it takes you to do the maintenance. That way they don't feel like they're, there's no trust issues there anymore. That's a big deal. Like when the plumber comes to fix the plumbing at your house, you're like, hey bro, you charge $100 an hour. Can you hurry it up a little bit? And it doesn't motivate him to work any harder, because if he works harder, he doesn't make any more money, which is dumb. Don't sell your time. Do not sell your time if you don't have to. Salary is selling your time. Hourly is selling your time. Flat rate. Obviously, there are some situations in life where flat rate is unavoidable or is avoidable. Wait, what I'm saying? It's like flat rate can't always be used. And sometimes it has to be hourly or whatever. Why do companies in Europe pay less? Taxes and market. Cost of living. Yeah, the whole point of freelancing is like working hard and making more money. But hard work goes out the window when you charge based on time. You should get paid for your work, not for just existing. And you can only sell 1 hour of your time at a time, right? You can't sell multiple hours at once. But what you can do is sell multiple flat rates at once and get that all done as fast as possible, irrelevant of time. Flat rates do not scale. What? They're scared of the flat rate because it's a big number. I mean, it's your job, again, to sell them on it and say this is why. Or, you know, I would just say, look, this is how much I am worth. You're not paying for the 30 minutes of work that it's going to take me to do this. You're paying for the 10 years of working to get to the skill level where I can do it in 30 minutes, which benefits you, which means I'll have this done in 30 minutes and your website will be up and running, making you more money in 30 minutes. So you're paying for the convenience. That's how you sell. Like, oh, they're afraid of the number? That's what you say. So you're charging monthly for hosting and maintenance. Once you've got quite a few customers this way, how do you manage invoicing and such? You just try to get them to pay for the maintenance up front. Like, just have them buy 12 months up front. Or charge more per month. So say... So let's say you want to charge for maintenance for a customer. You say, okay, that'll be $500. $500 for the year or $100 a month, right? I bet you that will motivate the customer to buy the yearly plan. And then you get your money up front and the invoicing is easy because you only do one invoice and that would tag along with your service that you provided. Does that make sense? Going to be a numbers game, no matter how good you sell, some will just not be open to it. Yeah, for sure. And you just don't work with those people. You have to fire your customers as a freelancer sometimes because your customers are just going to yank you around if you let them, which is why I always say get your money up front, because if you don't get your money up front, they can just refuse to pay you. And what are you going to do about it? Sue them? Take up a bunch of your time when you could be freelancing? Hey, well, you need to redo this again. I don't like that color. I thought that I was going to like this feature, but I don't like it. Can you delete it? For how long are you in freelancing? Entrepreneurship is a form of freelancing, but I freelanced video. I freelanced video for a while. Didn't freelance that many websites because that's not something I'm super passionate about, but it does. Regardless of the service that you're selling, it's almost the same thing. Like, I could sell hosting for videos every month. Like, hey, you want access to your videos or lifetime access? This is how much extra it costs. Your ability to make up value and convince someone to pay for it, and if it provides value, that's how you make money. When are we going to talk data science? I don't know enough about it. Maybe hit thumbs up, please. Please. That would be great if you could just help me with the stream. Help me with the views and the algorithm. Let's go back up. Best of the decade. Oh, for beginner, which freelancing site is best? Zero. Google Maps is the best site. Freelancing. There's no best freelancing website. Just go look for contract jobs because that's what a freelancing website is. Contract. Freelancing is this process right here. When you go and you hustle and you make value propositions and you sell and you figure out their budget. This is the whole process. Getting a contract job on Upwork is just getting a contract job. Maybe there's a little negotiation, but that's it. It's so different. Info about your computer rig. I got two 1080s, not TI, 64 gigs of RAM for editing video, and a 1950X. What's up, dude? How often do you use sorting algorithms in your work? I don't have a need, so I don't. Which platform is best to build a brand on if you want to transfer your audience to Twitch? Probably YouTube. Starting on Twitch is bad. It's a bad idea. You can't start on Twitch and grow unless two things happen. You're already famous, or, well, let's diversify that a little bit. If you want to start on Twitch, you will not grow. It just won't happen anymore. It's too saturated. So, basically you either have to be the best at the video game that you're playing, and a lot of people have to like that video game. You have to be absolutely hilarious and just an amazing personality on stream. Or you have to be already famous. And that's about it. That's how you... Or you get lucky and someone hosts you. One of the big streamers hosts your tiny little stream, and you get some traction that way. And someone finds out about you. All it takes is one person in the audience, right? To be like, oh my goodness, wow. It's like J.K. Rowling, right? He's happy to be sitting next to a publisher or whatever. But you never know who's in the audience, but you need an audience. But I think YouTube is best. Just don't do what I did and wait so long to be like, hey, go follow me on Twitch. That's how you, like, Twitch is so hard. I would never, and Twitch is also kind of trash because you have to be live and selling your time as a business. Like that, like full-time streamers can't do anything else, you know? They have to be at the computer streaming, engaging 24/7. Which I don't think is great because, again, you're selling your time. And you guys are like, but you're streaming right now, Josh. Like, I do this for fun because I like it. I don't do this for, like, full-time job. I just like to engage with you guys. But I think streaming in itself is kind of trash because you're depending on people to be like, here's a donation, here's a sub, please like me. Hopefully the game I'm playing is relevant to what you like. You know, but you can't play something that's too saturated because it's too saturated. No one's going to find your channel. That's, yes, and then you have to be there 24/7 live, you know? Like on YouTube, at least you can make the video, release it, walk away, do whatever else it is you want to do. Thank you for the 10. When are you gonna marry again? Bruh, I'm in a relationship, committed relationship with myself. Do you recommend marketing and website freelancing combined? So here's the thing. If you build a brand, you get to skip marketing. Because you have the most powerful thing. Not true. I streamed on Twitch without a webcam and I had viewers. Well, that's because you're a grill, and that's the reality of the internet. Step 1 on Twitch to get views, be a grill. Step 2. There's no. Please see step 1. I think if you want to do marketing, they're going to have the budget for marketing unless you have a brand. Would you date a woman who has a young child? No, I don't want to raise someone else's kid. Sorry. I'm not raising someone else's sperm. Ain't happening. And you'll always have like you'll never be priority, in my opinion. Like most likely there will always be the dad in your life, and also like the kid is going to take priority over you no matter what, right? So, no, I'm good. Pass. Can you elaborate which technique you've had the most success with finding freelance web dev? Tanner, maybe you're new, but basically you just go to Google Maps and you start looking around. If you rewind the stream, you'll find it. But seriously, no marriage. There's nothing I get out of marriage that I don't get in just being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? No love for the baby mamas. I mean, I'm not saying that there's not some cute baby mamas out there. I'm just saying I would never be in a committed relationship. I'll be in a one-night relationship, but that's it. Because it's, you know. But you say you would adopt a kid. Yeah, I would adopt a kid. If you're with a girl that has a kid, that's not your kid, that's her kid. If you adopt a kid, that's your kid. But I don't understand. You guys do what you guys want to do, you know? How much time it took you to reach 50K? I don't know, like 6 months maybe. But that was like full time, going hard. INTP, yeah, that's me. I'm not trying to like offend anyone, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like it's not for me. I'm not interested. Maybe some other dudes out there have no problem with that, but that's just not for me. What's the name of the school that charges for courses when you find a job? Wait, what? Lambda, I think. Was what you're talking about? Why wouldn't a client just use Wix? They'd have to figure out, like, freelancing is not just about creating the website for the client. Freelancing is about, like, let's say they want to make a better looking website. A better looking website does not automatically more people are going to use their website or they're going to get any more traffic. That doesn't mean any of that. Freelancing is so much more than just making the website look fancy. It's just a pretty wrapper then, you know, with no substance underneath. It's your job to be like, hey, this is what you need to start doing over here on this page. You need to have a menu page hosted here. You need to have an email login here, or not login, like an email form here. You need to offer exclusive discounts. You need to be doing this, this, and this. It's so much more than just remaking the website. And they don't know that. Wix doesn't tell you how to do that. Wix is just like, here's how to make a nice looking website. They don't say, this is how you make more money. That's why. Why don't you make interviews no more? I don't want a job. I don't want to work for a company. I like working for Josh Corp. It's not for me, dude. Actually, if you go look up like the definition of INTP, which if you buy into that, it's like these people are not meant for corporate, which is true. Which is true. Was SEO required for your YouTube? No. SEO and YouTube doesn't matter. Watch time matters. This is a weird song. Some freelance clients will take your soul. Worked for a development company in Minnesota, had some clients who were dreadful. Yeah, absolutely. That's why you don't work for a dev shop company that has clients, because you're getting paid salary. You know what I'm saying? So what's your main income? YouTube. You sound like you burned out. Bro, I was never passionate about web dev. I never cared about web dev. I don't have Angular app ideas. I don't got React app ideas. I don't got App Store ideas. I don't care about that. The only thing I cared about was the ability to work remote so I could figure out what I do care about, which is making content and film and learning how to market. I love marketing and business, actually, right? But there's really no jobs for that. I got a business degree, and you become like manager at Kohl's. Nothing wrong with being a manager at Kohl's, but business degree. Business degrees don't give you a business to run. It just like maybe someone will trust you enough to run their business, but I wouldn't. Python for freelance. I mean, I don't know. What are you selling? I'm thinking about becoming a millionaire. Should I do it? I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a while. You're making more money on YouTube than your previous jobs. Of course. But it wasn't like that. When I quit my job to do YouTube, I lost a bunch of money. I was like making no money. But that was the risk. That's the trade-off. I was like, I might be screwed. And I've already failed once at this. So this is really risky to try and to try again. But I know I'll never be happy if I don't try. And I'll keep trying until I figure out how to do it. So I have a business degree. Thank you very much. True, Brett. That's true. Python for web dev. My bad. I mean, I don't know. Are you freelancing it or you want to work a job? I just got let go from my company who I was with for 1.5, getting paid 145. Now I can't wait to pursue other goals, dude. Now's the time, man. You're free. I mean, you have financial stress, I'm sure, but mentally, right now is the time to try. Like, just try, or you can. I don't know your financial situation, but I would try because regret weighs a whole lot more than failure. Why isn't your dad uploading any videos? His health is not good. Who would I take a business idea to that required web and software creation that wouldn't just steal my idea? So if you think people are going to steal your ideas, that's kind of like, I don't mean to be mean, but that's kind of like little person thinking. You can't own an idea, man. If you're afraid of putting the idea out there because someone's going to steal it, then your idea is probably not that innovative. But, you know, if it's your idea, then you should be confident in your ability to do it better than everyone else, right? Your idea originated from you. Like, I see stuff all the time, and I'm like, yo, I could do this way better, but I just don't want to. You know, that's the classic excuse. So just, like, don't worry about people stealing your idea. Let people steal your ideas, right? Imitation is flattery, man. If it's your idea and you think you could do it better, great. But I mean, obviously, don't do that with like a. It depends, you know. Like some bigger companies see your idea, and they might have the resources and stuff to just buy you out or do it better or do it quicker. Like basically, what you're talking about is first to market. Is basically why most people are afraid of people stealing their ideas, because it's their idea. They've never seen it before. They're going to cash in because it's the first thing to ever hit the market that's ever been like that. And you know what happens? Every time something hits the market, people imitate it. So it doesn't matter if you launch it now or later. You're just hoping that you're first to market. But also, there are other ways that you can protect your idea. Is if you go present a project to somebody, you can make them sign an NDA. Make them sign an NDA. They cannot discuss it outside of this room. And then then hopefully you're good. Is there anything that doesn't require a lot of work? Whenever I tell my parents about an idea, they say, "Oh, that's a lot." Why you care what your parents think, dude? I don't. I'm my own person. Your parents think they know what's best for you for the most part, and but they don't. You know what's best for you. You live your life for you, for no one else. You gotta be selfish, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "That's terrible," right? You gotta be your own mental point of origin. That's what Rollo would say, right? You gotta do you first, always. You can't help anybody else till you help yourself. So disregard what basically anyone says. Be open to criticism and critiques, but just because people don't see your potential doesn't take away from your potential or your value. You find programming intimidating? I mean, I guess so. Happens to everybody. Dude, the background, you liked it? It's like we're in the 80s. We're in like Stranger Things right now. Let me turn it up. What do you think about TopTal? You can make big bucks there. Just want to hear your opinion. You can make big bucks anywhere that you can sell stuff, dude. But basically, TopTal pays big money because, okay, TopTal is just a contract gig. That's all it is. TopTal is a facilitator. TopTal is a middleman. TopTal goes and finds... They go and find clients, and then they hire freelancers like you to work at TopTal and do the work. So they're paying you $90 an hour, but they're charging the client $300 an hour. That's all TopTal is. It's just a contracting. So you are selling shovels now. I never said there's anything wrong with selling shovels. Just don't get involved with the fear of missing out that it is involved with the gold rush. It's like crypto, right? Everyone's got to get into crypto because the market is booming. Oh my gosh, you better do it now or you miss out forever. Just understand that's how marketing works. Any chance you want to open a cult? Apparently I already am a cult according to YouTube. Or not YouTube, Reddit. What's some advice you can give for an 18-year-old? What? About what? like, okay, it's all about the crabs in the bucket mentality. That's really how it goes. When you're trying to climb out of the bucket, the crabs pull you back in the bucket, right? And who are the crabs? The people that you're close with, right? You're all in the bucket together. You're really close with these people. It's your friends, your family, aunts and uncles, mom and dad, right? Whenever you try to better yourself and pull yourself out of the situation you're in, they reach up at the top, pull you back in the bucket. That's the reality of wanting to be better. And you're going to have to cut people out of your life or ignore them and take a bunch of ridicule. That's the price. You know, you can either be with the crowd and be invisible or stand out and take some critiques and ridicule and some criticism. And that's the price you pay. But the people who stand out are the people who do big things. Are we opening a Utah ranch? Yes. Brett, I'm appointing you to run the ranch. The problem with freelancing is always too little pay for the amount of work. Need an e-commerce site offering $200. You don't want to go to people that are offering the job. You want to go create the job for yourself. That's that is like that's a gig, I guess, which is freelancing, I technically. But you want to go create the job for yourself. That's how you make money. You want to the ability to create is a blessing. If you can create something, you can sell that something, but you have to learn how to sell and you have to learn how to market. If you can create and sell and market and adapt to the market, then you win. You never have to work a job. The float. What? I don't know. I like fluke loopers. You think TikTok's a good place to start a brand? I don't know. What do you even put on there? I think you're supposed to sing. I don't have anything against TikTok. It's just like better Vine, maybe. No, nothing will replace Vine, but nonstop. What up, dude? Have you been interested in making games? Dude, I love game dev. Every time I'm playing video games, I'm like, I want to make this thing. But game dev is just so time consuming, and it's hard to monetize that time you're consuming building the game when you could instead be doing other things. Nice Instagram post, Josh. Thanks, Mike. So you will set the prices. What are we talking about? Do you like astrophotography? Yeah, dude, that sounds good. Meetup of some kind in Utah. I don't know. What are we going to do? I don't know. That's the thing about a meetup. I don't know what we would do. Like, I just want to go sit in the corner. I don't want to, like... I don't know what we do. I'm not super outgoing. I mean, I can be, but is there like a line of people that are like, hello, Josh, you've really inspired... Like, okay, I'm not trying to like make fun of or anything, but I'm just like, hello, Josh, you've inspired me. I appreciate your content. And then like the next person comes and we shake hands and I'm like, thank you very much. Like, I don't want it to be that. That's weird, you know? You don't have to thank me and like be like, you're amazing and inspiration. I don't want that. Like, I don't feel like I deserve that. I just try to help. That's all. We could maybe go ski or something together. I don't know. What games you play? I was playing, what was I playing? Battle Royale the other day. That's kind of fun. So merch at the meetup. I'm selling my socks, the ones on my feet right now. $2.99. I'll make sure they're extra stinky. Are you gonna collab? Nah, probably not. I just do my own thing. Can you make a stream to tell people to go stream on Twitch even when you're partnered? I don't know about partnered. You should try a mock ASMR video and see if your channel booms. It probably won't. Meet up somewhere exotic and business expense it. I mean, obviously you could do that, but you still have to have the money to business expense it. Like, you still had to generate the money to be able to swipe the card to go to the exotic place. Doesn't matter if it's a business expense or not. If it costs 10 grand, you still got to have 10 grand to spend. Longboards? That sounds fun. I guess it would be networking potentially if an audience that's interested in entrepreneurship and dev. Maybe. I don't know what we'd do. Josh, meet up would be 200 people in a room and no one talking to each other. We like play some games or something. I don't know. I thought about hosting like a 2-day conference. Like, all right, here's everything I know about business. Here's everything I know about entrepreneurship and getting a job as a dev to utilize it to project yourself forward, and like 50 people. As an INTP, how do you cope when you're isolated? Being alone and loneliness are very different things. You can be lonely in a room full of people, and you can be alone and be just fine. I don't get lonely really. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. The reason your videos are not popping off is because you're not tagging them. I think it depends. Watch time is the main reason that it's not popping off. I think the structure of the last video could have been better. Business expenses are a write-off against taxable prop. Yes, I've talked about that a lot. Maybe a different stream. Are you hired by YouTube? No. What's a good place to learn code? Boston. You can hit up Free Code Camp. They'll take care of you. When is your TEDx talk, bro? I don't know. Imagine a TED like sponsored building, which is usually a college, hiring me to come and say, hey, you don't need this college. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if people would ever hire me for a speaking gig, because I'm so opposite of what everyone does. You don't want a girlfriend? What? You ever been to a beach lying, drinking a cold drink, programming remotely? No, I don't think lying on a beach programming is really exciting for me. I'd rather just sit in a room and get my programming done and then go have fun. Got a grad job. Pretty much allows me to learn any field of tech I want. That's dope. Internet of Things, AI. I would do AI. Are you doing a Welcome 2020 through LinkedIn and reveal all the jobs? Oh, maybe I should do like the worst jobs of LinkedIn 2019, or most garbage programming job awards 2019, corporate cringe awards 2019. Two videos. You said you're lonely. Why don't get a girlfriend? If you have, like, bro, having a girlfriend doesn't mean that you're not lonely. First of all, if you're lonely, it's okay. I'm not gonna go down that road. I'm not lonely. And being alone and loneliness are two different things. I am alone a lot, but I'm not lonely. I don't feel the need to have another person in my life. That would be really unhealthy. That'd be like codependent, right? Like, I'm good. I'm satisfied with me. You can come be a part of my life, but you are not my life. That's all. That's all I'm saying. People that are like, I can't be happy without a girl. You make me so happy, baby. Oh my God. Like, that's unhealthy, man. You should be happy first, and then get a girlfriend if you want. I swear this sounds like a popular radio song, like the beat and the rhythm of it. What is that song? From One Republic. This has like the exact same One Republic beat. Here, listen. Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. Yeah. What up, bro? Been following you. What up, Eugene? Welcome aboard. Have you read Rollo's books? Bro, I read Rollo's books like years ago. Years ago. Let's see. You hear it, right? Like, you hear the song. It sounds like One Republic song. But it's not. If you work remote for a foreign company, where do they pay you? It's however you negotiate that. PayPal works. How's Tinder in Utah? It's terrible. It's the worst. Dating in Utah is like literally the worst. Oh god, it's so bad. All right. Oh no. There we go. I'm literally at work right now, dude. Well, I mean, you're off in 2 days, right? Can I sell websites to people even though I'm not 18? I mean, I don't know where you live, but I'm pretty sure you're allowed to work and make money. Are you near Park City? No. I live in Salt Lake City. Why is dating the worst in Utah? It's not. It's just not good, man. Probably for all the reasons why you think it's not good. What to learn as a 16-year-old? Probably like go outside and have fun because you'll never be a kid again. I know you're not a kid, but I'm 29, and I wish I would have spent my teens actually just doing, like, having fun, right? You'll never have that kind of time again. You'll always be working. No more summer breaks, no more winter breaks, no, just your 2 weeks of holiday per year. I don't know. I don't want to tell you to just go work. I would say just go out and enjoy life. Can you tell stories? No. I never tried dating in Utah. My wife won't let me. Well, every time I try to start dating, my wife gets mad. And then when my wife gets mad, I'm like, hey, listen here, wife. You're starting to sound a lot like my girlfriend, okay? Doesn't matter if I want to be on Tinder. All right? You guys can both stop complaining. Is a joke. Is this a joke, chat? Don't. It's okay to laugh. How's business going? What do you do as freelance? Just WordPress? I don't freelance. I work on my own stuff. I don't do that anymore. That's not my thing. I love working full time and never having any free time. Well, you have 2 days a week, my dude. Duh. How about Bumble? It's not good. 1 second. Your wife is my girlfriend. I guess that's just how it goes. What's the glasses in the back? Bro, I should put some like art or something, but I just haven't done it. Chat, are you happy that Crystal's here? We appreciate Crystal. What's your own stuff? YouTube, my own website, my own business, this kind of stuff. I like helping people learn how to make businesses and how to grow a brand because I didn't think that it was possible. Me and my friend would joke. We would sit and we would chat on Slack at our dev jobs. He's like, bro, imagine doing YouTube for a living. I was like, I know, right? You just stay at home and make videos all day. And I'm like, must be easy. I never thought I'd get here, ever. And I think about that a lot. And so I feel like if I figured out a way out of the race, I could, other people can do it. I don't know what Crystal's doing. I feel like I missed some good info. Will it be available? It sure will. $400 over 6 months. Crystal, save your money. Your advice to a 16-year-old would seriously be just enjoy life. I mean, I can give advice to a 16-year-old and be like, just maybe don't play video games all day. Learn a skill. And then when you're going through college, try to work and sell your own stuff so that you don't have to get a job. How do you make a month? How much do you make a month? It depends. I gave the numbers earlier in the stream. 8,000 this month. What is the Josh Corp mission statement? Don't be a jerk. Get it done. Don't burn out. And keep trying to be better than yesterday. What PC games do you play? I don't play a lot. Like, maybe I was playing Call of Duty last night. Like Modern Warfare. When's game dev coming? 2020, bruh. Then teach us how to start a brand, how to get first clients. That's what this whole stream was. How long should I code as a college student pursuing comp sci degree? It doesn't matter about how long you code. It's irrelevant. It's the same. Working hours. Time is independent of productivity. You can sit at the computer and code for 30 hours, but that doesn't mean those 30 hours are all equal. I'm 24 and still play video games all day after my full-time job. I don't even remember the last time I just like took a day off. So long ago. Oh no, I take that back. It was like last Tuesday. I played Cuisine Royale like all day. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing anything today. I'm just gonna play games. But like I haven't taken a vacation like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You know, I don't get paid really. That's not what I get paid for. Does social media have a future in its current form? Yes, the most powerful thing in 2020 and 2019 is attention. If you can command attention, you can command money. And that's the reality of it. And that's why there's influencers, and that's why people sponsor videos, because people command attention. You've built loyalty with your audience, and people will pay for that. The U420? Nah, man. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any drugs. I drink water and pre-workout, and that's about it. But caffeine is a drug. Gaming is something I want to give up, but it's kind of like a crush. I mean, imagine all the time you spend gaming, you could be figuring out a way to be better at something else besides just getting a higher score. I don't know. Level up in real life is harder, more rewarding. And you're living your life within the confines of someone else's like rules, you know? Like that's why I could never be a Twitch streamer and play games all day, because I'm living my life inside of someone else's created world, inside of their rules. It just doesn't. Have you seen the Netflix? Yeah, a Netflix series was okay. It was like 30 minutes Witcher, 5 hours Yennefer. Why don't you drink? It makes me sick. Makes my stomach hurt. I don't like it. That's about it. What do you think is the secret to his marketing for Elon Musk? He just makes viral marketing. He looks at what everyone else is doing and he goes the opposite way. That's how you stand out. Right? Most people just want to fit in because they're afraid of standing out. Are you LDS? I'm not LDS. I'm not Mormon. I just don't drink, smoke, or do any of that. I don't have any, like, you do you, man. Like, I don't care. I don't have any opinions on it. I just don't. It makes me sick. Do you think there's growth room? There's plenty of real estate. Always. So if you want to stand out in life, just look at what everyone is doing and go the other way. That's what the people that you work for did. Just think about that. Did you watch the new Star Wars? It was so long, bro. Oh, so long. It was alright. Josh, if we ever meet up, maybe we could sit in a circle. Yeah, we could, you know. I'm not gonna read the rest. Oh, Jesse hits me with a religious question. Can't talk about religious stuff. Can't talk about religious stuff. Can't talk about politics. You know, stuff like that, because that's just too divisive. It doesn't matter. Obviously, I have opinions and I have my own thoughts and stuff like that, but there's no point, because it's nobody wins, you know. Some people will agree, some people will disagree, and I'm not here. My channel's already really divisive, okay? I don't need to be divisive like anymore. Especially about that stuff. There's no winning that, you know. Everyone believes what they want. Just let them do their thing. And I'm not here. I'm at least in the live chat. We're gonna unite, you know. That's too divisive. Dolly, I have no idea. I've never said any of that before, but that's interesting. What's your starter pack while doing coding? For example, always wear a hoodie. I don't have one. Intermediate JavaScript? I don't know. What intermediate means different things. What do you know? What do you not know, I guess? Next decade plans? Get a pilot's license, buy an airplane, and go visit you guys. Honestly, that's the truth. Like, it's like I can't business expense anything more right now because I've already done my taxes for this quarter. And so if I business expense more stuff, then my taxes are all messed up. So like as soon as that January 1st hits, I'm gonna call up the airplane people and be like, yo, what up? I'm trying to get this pilot's license right now. You think you'll burn out one day? I mean, I don't let myself get burnt out. It's not always fun being in the algorithm, right? It's not fun chasing the algorithm forever. That's not sustainable. That's why people sell stuff outside of YouTube, because it's not fun to just be like, oh, I gotta make a video to stay relevant in the algorithm. It's not fun to chase the algorithm. It's fun to make videos, right? But it's not fun when you're like forced to do it just to pay your bills. So that's why people sell stuff and try to generate money that way, and then they invest it to generate passive income so they don't have to stay in the algorithm, or at least they have more buffer time. When are you gonna see Patrick again? I want to go see. I think he's back. I think he's at work. He was in the stream earlier. I want to go document a day in the life of Patrick, but I don't think his company will let me. So I might do like a day in the life remote. What would you do if YouTube shut down? Just curious. I don't know. I'd figure it out. I'd sell stuff, teach stuff, drive Uber. I don't know. How do you stay relative if you're not coding all day? I don't have to stay relevant. That's a myth. You don't have to stay relevant in code. All you have to be able to do is figure stuff out. If I want to learn something, I'll figure it out and do it. I don't need to stay relevant. That's just like a giant myth. Maybe if you're like getting job interviews all day long, it would help you if you're relevant and you know what's going on, what's popping off. Well, I don't need to. So I'm not in that market. Why'd you never work as an engineer for a long time? I didn't like the work-life balance at all. I don't like working for someone. That's just not for me. Still teaching code? No. I quit that a while ago because I didn't like selling my time anymore. And I was teaching code. I was teaching code, and I would set up sessions with students, and they would just not show up. And so I would have to design my day around having sessions where I teach code, where I'd say, oh, I can't do that today. I have to teach code. I have to be here to teach code. And then they would just not show up. And my whole schedule just kept getting, thrown around based on me having to design my life around the work instead of designing work around my life. You would rather work as an Uber driver than work as a dev. Why you hate that stuff? I would rather have complete control over my time. And what I do it and when. With Uber, you can. Do you work for the public, the viewers? I mean, in a way, someone's always paying you money, right? But what's your opinion on giving up clearance for a job with higher pay? Do it to you, man. Do whatever you want to do, fam. We've been live for 2 hours. I think it's time. I think we've given a lot of value. Do you feel sad or lonely or something? No, I'm not sad or lonely, bro. I'm just very down to earth, low key. I'm just like, okay, hey, look. Mate, bro, I appreciate you being here today. We're going to do an iPhone giveaway. All you got to do is smash that like button, double smash that thumbs down button, and be sure to leave a comment. You can see how my face is getting really red right now. I'm just going to be this exciting from now on because this is how you do it on YouTube, apparently. If you've ever been on the internet, you have to be smiles and excitement and high energy, and you need to basically be yelling all the time to command attention because basically the people that do this have nothing of value to say. Anyways, so we're just going to put the microphone back and we're just going to calm down and be real chill and low key. Do you follow Graham Stephen for Entrepreneur Device? No. My ears, my voice, my face. It's like a ketchup bottle. When the student makes an appointment, you're on call and you can get paid half just for being available. Yeah, I mean, still, but it's annoying. I can't, that's just not me, man. It'll never be me. What if automation takes over Uber? I'll figure something else out. I don't know. When are you starting a podcast? Next year. So 2 days. Have you ever worked a job outside the U.S.? I worked for a company outside the U.S. I worked for a French company while I was remote inside of the U.S. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna make a video probably tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'll see you guys either in 2020 or I will see you tomorrow. What's the music currently playing? Limitless by AGST. Here, this is my album I've been playing all stream. Just hit thumbs up real quick before you head out. I'd appreciate that so much. You wouldn't get back into coding. I only code to make money or sell things or to build stuff that I want. But I don't want to work a job as a coder. It's not fun. I don't like it. All right. Happy New Year. I'll see y'all later. I'll leave it. I'll leave the music for a bit. I'll see y'all later. Bye guys. Goodbye, guys. See you later. Have a good one.